guys. cut, cut all that. As soon as I cut this camera off, all hell broke loose. I'm not shutting shit off. You guys are gonna have to deal with this walk just like I am. Ooh, that was so scary. Let's listen. Let's keep on walking. As soon as I shut this camera off, man, trees down here was falling. Something up here was making noise. I said, yep. Guess what, Bigfoot World? We're gonna enjoy this trip together. I said, no. I can't do it. Structures all up in there. Layer after layer after layer. Like that might be another one of their spots, new spots up in there. I stepped on that twig and something took off up there. Could have been anything. But you're going to have to deal with this trip with me because they got me on edge. Something up here already spooking me. It could be a bear too because they do that shit. That creep up on you shit. I don't think it might not be a bear. What the hell? Look how these are perfectly spaced. There's cracking to my left. But this is saying stuff. There's intertwines. It's all on the ground laying here. This whole area is just nuts. Out there's cracking. But look up against these rocks. Tell me that ain't crazy. That whole place is cleaned up out there. I'm just gonna be quiet for a minute, guys. Sound like a girl screaming. I hate this place. If there was nothing. Not but bad come out of this place. Beautiful place. But it's just the shit that comes with it. You seen coming in, there's rib cages wired to a root ball. What kind of shit is that? Would not. There's been wood knots coming from this direction. But both sides of me, there's structures. There's leans, there's everything. Snaps. I mean, there's all kind of stuff. Bark stripped all the way up that tree, hanging to be took. They'll come back and harvest it once it's dry. Like that split, them splits going up in them. They'll come back and harvest that once it's dry. This place is crazy. I'm gonna keep going even though I heard that. Any other time I'd be running. But but I want to check it out. I want to check this shit out. We can play games. No, we can't. I'm just playing. That was them just didn't fall there. These sounds around me is fucked up. It wasn't in the tree. They're playing with me. I'm in deep down there. I want to play. Okay. Let's play. Just don't hurt me, guys. I play with y'all. Just don't hurt me. And look, right before I get to that, they're doing all this. Look at that. I hear you. I just don't see you. You're like the invisible man and shit. Invisible man. I never don't quit my day job. There are about 1,000 of you guys saying, man, he done blew my damn eardrums out. I hear it clearly, but I just don't see it. Hopefully the camera sees it, because I sure the F don't. I messed up, made a wrong turn, I think. I remember going through here with me and Mike. Me and Money Mike went through this. This little this little mud puddle fooled me. I had a 125 little racing dirt bike. Mike was on the back. I was coming from that direction. I said, man, I can make that. So I started in. I made it about 5 feet out into this, and my whole bike dropped. We was waist deep in this shit, in that nasty stuff. Every bit of waist deep. My bike was buried. And then I was trying to get it out. It was still running, and I was trying to spin it. And the chain popped and tangled up my back wheel, and my back wheel wouldn't even turn. So me and Mike had to manpower this thing back over onto that other side. We had to drag it. I mean, we was head to toe covered in mud. And I'm sitting down. Look at that. That's a big, big kitty, guys. Big kitty. I did see a panther about a mile from here. But as me and Mike back here trying to get the chain untangled up, there's frogs. This thing's filled with frogs. But when me and Mike was right here trying to fight the chain from getting it untangled and wrapped around the back, the back wheel, whatever, the back sprocket. It was wedged in between the sprocket and the wheel, and I couldn't get it out. And while I got sticks and shit wedged in trying to pop it out, up on this side, up in them rocks, me and Mike heard talking, and they was coming closer and closer. Look at that. We heard talking. And I started getting fear set in me, like, Mike, we gotta hurry up and get this bike going and getting out of here. And this was way before I even got into Bigfoot. I felt like something was about to jump on us. Something about to happen bad. It's like they didn't like the bike. And they was about to take it out on me. So I hurry up and manpowered that chain, popped it out, popped it back on, and we got out of there, man, fast. We got it out of there real fast. There was another time I was down on bottom. I stopped the bike and let it cool off. Mike was on back. And I started walking up over the hill to check some stuff out through the forest, and left my bike set down on this trail. And I kept hearing like metal, something like my kickstand was going up. I could hear it. It's like I was hearing maybe rocks hitting my bike, and I was thinking somebody steal my bike. So I turned around and started running back down off the hill, down toward my bike. And as I'm running with the camera back down toward the bike, we coming out around this big boulder, and it sounded like two kids was giggling, like they was laughing at us. It was two little kids just cracking up, like they got us to run away from where we was. They won the game. This is crazy. I ain't shutting this camera off, guys. You're just gonna have to deal with this shit. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to deal with my talking to myself. But it's just memories I have from being down in here. There used to be some gigantic rocks up through here. They're gone. I mean mountain-sized rocks. They're history. There's none here. There's a couple of smaller ones there, but there's none of the big ones that was there. When I bring Fred down here, it's gonna blow his mind. If you guys can remember, this is one of our main spots. When we first got started, we used to come down here every day faithfully. Then we spread our horizon. That's a healthy tree snap there. It looks like an old one there. Remember what I was saying up there about the birds? And the deeper I get down in, listen. That means they're down here. That's what that means. This is every time. Guys, when they're down here, you get nothing. No sound of nothing. The only sound you'll hear is them whenever they decide to make a noise. They're down here somewhere. I gotta be careful. When it gets quiet like this, that's when you gotta worry. That's when there's a predator or something around and everything's hiding, and that means you should be hiding as well. There's a lot of structures, and that whole forest is cleaned out down that way. But up this way, it's still structured up. That dry boulder, everything else is wet in that one dry boulder. That's suspect. That suspect is all hell. I don't see no tracks. I finally made it to the bottom of the ravine. But not literally at the bottom, but the bottom to me. Because I only went down there maybe 3 times. 3 times that me and Fred barely made it out. That place is like suicide. You want to commit suicide, go down there. Check these out. A. This is camp. That means camp. X's. I'm sorry guys, but there's X's all on that tree. Check that out. That's new. They always sit down there in that brush. I don't see him today. I caught pictures of him up there once. I got good pictures of him up there. It's just too thick up there. I can't see if they're up there or not. That place looks so different over there. I'm gonna have to get closer. Sorry guys. But look at all these arches going down. There's arches going down every step of the way. There's something creeping in on my ass. There's a fresh kitty around here. It's been a long time since I've been down here, sitting here at this spot. And this whole spot is different, it's cleared out. From here to the trail seems so much further away. It's been changing these last couple of years. Everything about it's been changing. I want to see that over there though. What the hell they doing here? It's like I hear voices echoing in the woods. Something happened down there. Down there, there's an entrance. There's a cave that goes up in. It's not really a cave, but it's in between the rocks that you can go up in. There's a waterfall under there. It just sucks going down, and it ain't so bad going down. It's to climb back up out. So I usually walk up around it and get into the cave. Alright, Bigfoot world. That's pretty much the trip into the ravine and the crazy shit that happened on the way in here. That was nuts. If you want to see what happens next from here to the maze, you definitely want to stay tuned for the next one. Guys, if you're new, definitely hit that subscribe button because I'm going to be pretty much everyday videos from here on out. I'm going to try to keep them coming for you guys. I'm going to try to stay out here and figure out what's really going on. But stay tuned for this next one, Bigfoot World.